मेरा फोन भी देगा मेरा फोन बोल दिया स्लाइड शो मत करो अभी तुम लोग। Participants, please be seated. Please keep your phone on silence mode. Participants are requested to keep your phone on silence mode. Attention everyone, our guests have arrived. A very warm and pleasant good morning to respected dignitaries on the dais, distinguished guests, retired faculty members, teaching faculty, non-teaching staff, participants and dear students. I, Ms. Neetu Verma, on behalf of the entire organizing team, welcome you all to the inaugural session of the International Conference on Emerging Frontiers in Sustainable, Functional and Advanced Materials, IC-SFAM 2026, organized by the Department of Physics, Shivaji College, under the aegis of IQAC. Our Shivaji College is a prestigious institution affiliated with the University of Delhi and accredited with an A grade by NAC. The college was established in 1961 by Dr. Punjab Rao Deshmukh, a former Union Minister for Agriculture and a respected social reformer. The college named after the great warrior Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and is further enriched by the Jijabai academic block, a tribute to his revered mother, honoring her enduring legacy. Amritam tu Vidya. This is the motto of our Shivaji College, which means knowledge is eternal, signifying that education is the nectar that nourishes the mind, elevates the spirit, and guides students towards excellence and a full life. Our college is committed in providing a high-quality learning environment for its students. Its academic excellence is reflected by securing 8th rank nationwide in BA Hindi in the India Today ranking. Our college has also secured 14th position in Delhi in commerce, 15th position in Delhi in sciences, and also 16th position in humanities. Please give a big round of applause. Also, the physics department of our Shivaji College is highly regarded among the colleges of the University of Delhi. It is well equipped with 2 spacious laboratories, a digital lab for conducting modern experiments, 2 dedicated dark rooms for conducting optics experiments. The department actively organizes lectures, seminars, webinars, and various other academic activities to enhance student exposure to recent scientific developments. With a team of around 15 faculty members supported by 11 skilled technical staff, our physics department ensures in providing a strong foundation in both theoretical understanding and practical skills in physics. Please everyone give a big round of applause. Now, moving ahead, sustainability is no longer a choice. It is a responsibility that the future belongs to those who innovate sustainably. With minds that question and ideas bright, we turn challenges into solutions of light. Keeping this in mind, we should work together for a sustainable world where science, innovation, and responsibility walk hand in hand. As a step towards attaining this goal, this international conference focuses on sustainable, functional, and advanced materials that play a pivotal role in modern technology, clean energy solutions, sustainable development, and future innovations. This conference aims to bring together distinguished researchers, academicians, industry experts from across the globe to exchange knowledge, foster collaboration, and explore emerging ideas in material science and sustainability. Please give a big round of applause for our conference. Moving ahead, it is my privilege to welcome our chief guest, Professor Ashok K. Nagawat, Vice Chancellor of Delhi Skill and Entrepreneurship University, DSEU. Sir, your presence today is a matter of great honor and inspiration for all of us. Also, I extend a very warm welcome to our guest of honor, Professor Inder Mohan Kapahi, former member of University Grants Commission UGC. Sir, we are truly grateful for your presence and for taking out time to be with us today. I would also like to welcome our respected Principal Sir, Professor Virendra Bhardwaj, whose vision, leadership, and constant encouragement always inspires students and faculties towards academic excellence and innovation. Sir, we are truly honored to have you with us today. I extend a hearty welcome to Dr. Surendra Kumar, convener of this conference, and Dr. Shiv Shankar Gaur, teacher in charge of the physics department. I also extend a very warm welcome to the faculty members, organizing committee members, participants, non-teaching staff, and students. We are delighted to have you all here. Thank you, everyone. Now, I humbly request our esteemed dignitaries to kindly illuminate the ceremonial lamp, symbolizing that even the smallest spark of knowledge has the power to light the vast corridor of the unknown. Lamp lighting ceremony symbolizes the light of knowledge, wisdom, and positivity that guides us towards learning and success. the felicitation ceremony to honor and express our heartfelt gratitude to the dignitaries on the dais. First, I would like to invite our respected Principal Sir to felicitate our esteemed Chief Guest, Professor Ashok K. Nagawat, with a token of appreciation by presenting him with a shawl, a memento, a potted shatavari plant, and a sketch of Jijabai Mata, beautifully prepared by students of Department of Physics and Vibgyor Society of Shivaji College. Please give a big round of applause. I would again request Principal Sir to felicitate our guest of honor, Professor Inder Mohan Kabahi, Sir, as a symbol of our heartfelt gratitude by presenting him with a shawl, a memento, a potted shatavari plant, and a sketch of Jijabai Mata. Thank you, sir. I would now request our teacher in charge, Dr. Shiv Shankar Gaur, to kindly felicitate our respected Principal Sir, Professor Virendra Bhardwaj, with a shawl, a memento, a potted shatavari plant, and a sketch of Jijabai Mata. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to invite the convener, Dr. Surendra Kumar, to felicitate the teacher in charge of our physics department, Dr. Shiv Shankar Gaur. Finally, I would like to invite Student President of Physics Society in Vineo, Rahul Raj, to kindly felicitate Dr. Surendra Kumar. Thank you, everyone. We now move to a significant moment of this conference. A very significant moment of this conference, the release of the abstract book, reflecting the essence of the research to be presented during the international conference. I humbly request again our respected dignitaries to kindly unveil the abstract book of this conference. Please give a big round of applause. gather here today for a conference dedicated to sustainability, advanced materials, and future innovations, it is important to acknowledge that these ideas are not just topics of discussion for us, but values that are already being practiced in our own institution. Under the dynamic and visionary leadership of our respected Principal Sir, Professor Virendra Bhardwaj, our Shivaji College has continuously moved towards environmental awareness, green initiatives, and sustainable campus development. From maintaining a lush green campus to the active efforts of the Garden Committee and the Environment and Sustainability Committee Eco Club, along with various energy conservation initiatives, the college continues to promote environmental responsibility among students. Sir's guidance and encouragement have inspired us to move steadily towards a more sustainable and responsible future. Please give a big round of applause. Moreover, in many ways, Sir has already been promoting the very ideas and values that this conference aims to discuss and explore over the next 2 days. It is now my honor to invite our respected Principal Sir, Professor Virendra Bhardwaj, to address the gathering and share his valuable thoughts with us. Over to you, sir.
थैंक यू नीतू जी। आप सबको नमस्कार। It's my great pleasure and honor to warmly welcome you all to Shivaji College, University of Delhi for the 2-day ANRF sponsored international conference on emerging frontiers in sustainable, functional and advanced material 2026 organized by the Department of Physics, Shivaji College. I welcome you all on this occasion. Please give a big hand for everyone who is participating in this conference. Shivaji College has a proud legacy of academic excellence and a strong commitment to fostering research, innovation and holistic education. We are deeply privileged to have with us our esteemed chief guest, Professor Ashok Kumar Nagawar, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Delhi Skill and Entrepreneurship University, DSEU, a visionary academic leader. His contribution to higher education, skill development and technology-enabled learning have been truly impactful. Sir, your presence today is a matter of great pride for us and we look forward to your valuable insights in this conference. एक बात के लिए आप फिर से जोरदार तालियां बजाइए और वो ये है कि सर उस यूनिवर्सिटी को हेड करते हैं जिस यूनिवर्सिटी के कई सारे कोर्सेज ऐसे हैं जिसमें 100% प्लेसमेंट है। ऐसे इंस्टीट्यूशंस जिस दिन हिंदुस्तान के ज़्यादातर हो जाएंगे उस दिन हिंदुस्तान का वो सपना जो विकसित भारत का है वो पूरा होगा। सर ने उसका एक रास्ता सुझाया है, हम आपका बहुत अभिनंदन करते हैं, स्वागत करते हैं। I extend a warm welcome to our guest of honor, Professor Inder Mohan Kapai ji, a distinguished scholar in physics and material sciences. His जोरदार तालियों से स्वागत कीजिए। His significant contribution to research and academic leadership continue to inspire the academic community. We are truly grateful for your presence, sir. कपाई साहब के बारे में मैं एक बात रुक के कहना चाहता हूँ कि जो मेरे जैसे कुछ किरदार है, अभी तो मैं प्रिंसिपल की भूमिका में हूँ, आई एम हियर इन द रोल ऑफ प्रिंसिपल राइट नाउ इन शिवाजी कॉलेज। बट अगर मेरे किरदार में कोई जरा सी भी कोई अच्छी पॉजिटिव बात फैकल्टीज़ को, स्टूडेंट्स को नज़र आती हो तो उसका कंट्रीब्यूशन उसका बनाने वाले ये शख्स हैं। इस कॉलेज में एज टीचर जब मैंने एंटर किया तो कपाई साहब के आशीर्वाद के साथ एंटर किया था 1995 में। बहुत जल्दी इन्होंने हमें अपने जो इनका एक्टिविज्म की दुनिया थी, टीचर एक्टिविज्म की, उसमें हमें अपना शागिर्द बनाया, बिल्कुल उंगली पकड़ के ले गए और वो जो स्नेह का धागा उस टाइम जुड़ा था वो आज तक जारी है। जो कुछ भी रोशनी है, चमक है, ये सूरज है, हम इनकी रोशनी में ही थोड़ा बहुत चमकते हैं। हम आपका आभार व्यक्त करते हैं सर। चमक सूरज की नहीं, हाँ, चमक सूरज की नहीं ये तेरे किरदार की है। ये खबर आसमान के अखबार की है कि तू चले तो तेरे साथ जमाना चले। ये बात कोई गुरूर की नहीं, मेरे एतबार की है। आपको ये राज भी चुपके से पता लग गया कि अगर मुझसे कहीं पे कोई मिस्टेक होती है तो ये है सुप्रीम कोर्ट, कम से कम मेरी जिंदगी के तो आप एक बार जोरदार तालियों से फिर से अभिनंदन कीजिए कपाई साहब। मेरे गुरु भी हैं, मेंटर भी हैं, और ऐसे जिनसे से दिल का रिश्ता रहता है, ऐसी शख्सियत है। बहुत ज़्यादा असर इनकी पर्सनैलिटी का मुझ पे आया है, कम से कम इस यूनिवर्सिटी की दुनिया में तो खास तौर से। थैंक यू सो मच सर कपाई साहब, आपने आना स्वीकार किया, हम आभारी हैं आपके। आई वुड ऑल्सो लाइक वेलकम टू ऑल द एडवाइजरी कमेटी members, keynote speakers and invited speakers, faculty members, participants, students, the convener of this conference, Dr. सुरेंद्र कुमार जी। एक बार जोरदार तालियां सुरेंद्र कुमार जी के लिए। सुरेंद्र जी ने 2 साल पहले ये इंस्टीट्यूशन ज्वाइन किया है, और जितने नए टीचर्स ने ज्वाइन किया है उन सब के लिए प्रेरणा स्रोत है कि कैसे एक एकेडमिक लीडरशिप खड़ी होती है अपने सब्जेक्ट में। इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस करवाना आसान बात नहीं, ये सारी की सारी इनकी लीडरशिप में हो रही है। थैंक यू सो मच सुरेंद्र जी। आप जैसे टीचर और भी आए तो अच्छा रहेगा। एक बार जिक्र था कि वेस्ट इंडीज से दिल्ली में मैच जीता गया था, तो उसमें कालीचरण उस टाइम उनका कैप्टन होता था। तो अगले दिन जो अखबार में खबर आई थी, तो कालीचरण की स्टेटमेंट थी कि अनुभवहीनता के कारण हारे कालीचरण और कपिल जैसों की जरूरत गावस्कर। तो ये हमारे कपिल देव है शिवाजी कॉलेज के, जो फ्यूचर इनकी तरफ देखेगा, फिजिक्स डिपार्टमेंट को आगे लेके जाएंगे। थैंक यू सो मच सुरेंद्र जी। TIC गौड साहब वो भी मंच पर मौजूद हैं, इनके भी आभारी हैं हम। दिस कॉन्फ्रेंस बीइंग हेल्ड ऑन 19th and 10th April 2026 reflects our shared commitment to advancing research and fostering collaboration in important and evolving field of material science. It provides a valuable platform for meaningful discussions, exchange of ideas, and exploration of future directions. I would also like to highlight that this conference holds special significance for our fourth year undergraduate program under NEP, which emphasizes research, innovation, and experimental learning. And platform like this conference provide invaluable exposure to cutting-edge research, expert interaction, and opportunities for academic growth. In this regard, I extend my special thanks to funding agency Anusandhan National Research Foundation ANRF New Delhi for their generous financial support and cooperation in organizing the international conference. एक बार तालियां इनके लिए भी। It gives me immense pleasure to extend my best wishes for the successful conduct this international conference. I congratulate the convener, Dr. Surendra Kumar, and his team for their dedicated efforts in planning and hosting this conference. I am confident that this conference will be highly enriching and beneficial for all the participants. I extend my heartfelt wishes to all the delegates, speakers, and participants for a productive and successful conference. Once again, I welcome you all and wish you a very successful conference. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for your Thank you so much, sir, for your best wishes, inspiring and motivating words. Your vision and guidance always encourage us to move forward in the right direction. Organizing a conference of this scale requires thoughtful planning, teamwork, and strong leadership. We sincerely acknowledge the dedicated efforts of our convener and the entire physics department in making this event a grand success. It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Surendra Kumar, convener of the conference, who will share us with a brief overview of the conference, its themes, objectives, and will also walk us through the schedule of the conference. I request Dr. Surendra Kumar to kindly address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Hello, thank you Neetu ma'am. Good morning to all. Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Ashok Nagawat sir, respected guest of honor, Professor Kapai sir, respected Principal sir, Professor Virendra Bhardwaj sir, TIC Physics Department, distinguished speaker, respected faculty members, dear students and participants. On behalf of the organizing committee, it is my great pleasure to warm welcome to all of you to ANRF sponsored international conference in Emerging Frontiers in Sustainable Functional and Advanced Material IC-SFAM 2026. At first, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to Honorable Chief Guest Professor Ashok Nagawat sir for gracing this occasion with his esteemed presence. Your achievements and contribution to the scientific community are truly inspiring, sir, and we are deeply honored by your participation. I also extend warm welcome to respected guest of honor, Professor Indramohan Kapai sir, for joining us today. Your presence adds immense value to this conference and we are grateful for your continued support and encouragement, sir. I would like to convey my sincere gratitude to our principal sir for his constant guidance, encouragement and unwavering support to organize this conference, sir. Without your vision and leadership, this event would not have been possible, sir. In today's rapidly advancing world, and material science play an important role in addressing key global challenges such as clean energy, environmental sustainability, and emerging technologies. And this conference has conceived as a platform to bring together leading researchers, academicians, young scholars, students from across the globe to discuss and deliver on the latest achievement in sustainable, functional, and advanced materials. We are delighted to host a diverse group of participants and we believe that the interaction and discussion over these 2 days will lead to fruitful outcome and new collaboration and impactful research directions. I am delighted to share that we have received, sir, experimental 300 abstracts for this conference and from across the globe. And this conference will conduct in hybrid mode with eminent speaker and participants presenting their research work in offline as well as online mode. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome all the distinguished speaker, participants, our sponsors and member of organizing committee, Physics Society student whose tireless effort have made this conference a reality. Your dedication and enthusiasm are truly commendable. With these words, I once again welcome you all and wish you productive, insightful and enriching conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I thank our convener, Dr. Surendra Kumar, for giving us a clear overview of the conference and the schedule. We truly appreciate your efforts and guidance in organizing this conference. Now, it is a great honor and privilege to introduce our distinguished guest, Chief Guest, Dr. Ashok Kumar Nagawat, the Vice Chancellor of Delhi Skill and Entrepreneurship University, DSEU. Dr. Nagawat is an accomplished academic leader, a distinguished theoretical physicist, and a visionary reformer in higher education. With over 44 years of rich and diverse experience in teaching, research, and university governance, he has made remarkable contributions to the academic community. He holds a PhD in theoretical high-energy physics, and his research work in the domain of physics beyond the standard model has gained international recognition. Beyond his academic excellence, Dr. Nagawat has been deeply committed to skill-based education. During his tenure as Director of Skill Education at Rajasthan ILD Skills University, he worked extensively to bridge the gap between academic knowledge and industry requirements through practical and employment-oriented programs. He has also played a pioneering role in strengthening innovation and research infrastructure, being instrumental in the establishment of key initiatives such as InfoNet Center, University Innovation Cluster in Biotechnology, and Design Innovation Center. Currently, as the Vice Chancellor of DSEU, he is leading the institution with a progressive and forward-looking vision, emphasizing inclusivity, innovation, and applied learning with the aim of building a nationally competitive university aligned with India's technological and economic aspirations. Dr. Nagawat's journey is truly inspiring, reflecting dedication, leadership, and a passion for education and innovation. Thank you, sir. Today, we are truly honored to have you here with us. I would like to invite Dr. Ashok Kumar Nagawat sir to come forward and address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
नमस्कार, सुस्वागतम। मैं आप सबका हार्दिक अभिनंदन करता हूं। ऑनरेबल गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर प्रोफेसर इंद्र मोहन कपाई जी, ऑनरेबल प्रिंसिपल प्रोफेसर वीरेंद्र भारद्वाज जी, हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट प्रोफेसर एस गौड़, कन्वीनर ऑफ दिस कॉन्फ्रेंस डॉक्टर सुरेंद्र कुमार, डिस्टिंग्विश्ड scientists, researchers, physicists, participants of this international conference, and dear students. It is indeed a great privilege for me that I have been given this opportunity to witness the inaugural session of this very important conference organized on the theme of emerging frontiers in sustainable, functional, and advanced materials. It's indeed a privilege to share views and concern in the inaugural session of any conference, and more so when it is in tune, the theme is in tune with your ideas and views. Then it is a moment of excitement. I feel very happy to be here at the great Shivaji College and given this opportunity. Now I would share my views. For long, I have been a student of science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and philosophy. That is my real introduction, not the one which was given here. That I am a student of science, technology, engineering, mathematics, as well as philosophy. And that's how I have been exploring the world and following the developments which have been taking place. I have certain ideas which I wish to share on this important occasion, and I believe that this conference would lead to a better future for humankind, a better world, a more sustainable world, or maybe more long time. You all know that we are living in a much different time. When I was a student and when I started journey of learning physics in school, that period was too much different than the period which we now have. The kind of the environment, kind of the technological solutions, kind of the progress which have been made. It has been tremendous in last few decades, especially in last 4 or 5 decades. So I wish to emphasize that in physics we do know that there are certain common laws of nature, and one common law of nature is the law of change. Everything has been changing since the Big Bang, if it has happened actually. Maybe there are theoretical physicists who do not believe in Big Bang theory of cosmology, but still it is regarded as a valid theory of cosmology. So since the Big Bang, when the universe was created and the space-time started existence or expanding, since then everything has been changing. Now when change is common, so is the other law of the nature which we teach in physics school curriculum. And that is the law of inertia, that if you try to bring in change, there will be opposition to the change. System has this tendency. That is what we have witnessed in the entire history of the humankind, that whenever you want to bring in change, there is an opposition. each and everything which has been introduced even in technological manner and which was very useful for the society was initially opposed. And why I am emphasizing it here, that we should realize as a researcher in science and technology that you would try and you would put in your best and you would like to bring in some change in the society, but the natural tendency of the society is to oppose the change. So don't get disheartened, because there is a third law also which is also related to the physics, and that is called law of equilibrium, that ultimately the change is accepted and a new equilibrium is established, and that equilibrium brings in a better world, better situation, and in this way the phase transitions are taking place that we are getting to or leading to new equilibrium. And what is the beauty of equilibrium? That it leads to the convergence, and convergence means is the some kind of boundary, some kind of distinction would disappear. So I put it in this way, and I have been following the developments. Then I realized that which maximum change has been brought in your lifetime or in my lifetime. What was that invention? What was that contribution in science and technology, engineering and mathematics, which brought in a major change in the functioning of the entire world? Then definitely all of us may agree that it was due to Tim Berners-Lee, not a physicist, but working at an organization of the physics research, the CERN. And when I was also pursuing my research, he was also doing something in the CERN. And I had an access to his original papers, and I was looking at the development which was taking place at the CERN. And then he invented something and named it, as you all know, the World Wide Web. And since the discovery of the World Wide Web, everything has changed. And web technology has influenced a new kind of era, a new kind of convergence. The total world has become one, and it is called globalization, which is technology driven. So anything which happens in any part of the world would have an influence over this thing. Now, so it is the same period in 1989 when he introduced this concept. I came to this realization that I was pursuing the theoretical physics and especially high energy physics. So all high energy physicists by philosophy are reductionists. They believe that if you divide system into subsystem and subsystem into further subsystem, you can understand the system in terms of subsystem. That is what is generally taught, even when you learn a simple theory like kinetic theory of gases, a classical theory, that the behavior of a gas can be described in terms of the behavior of its molecules. It's called reductionism. But very soon in 1980s I realized, in fact it was coined much earlier by the scientists, that the reductionism is not working. And there is a theory which is called theory of emergence. Philip Anderson advocated much about it long back than my realization. And what is the emergence? That you cannot explain the properties of the system in terms of the subsystems only. So you cannot explain the properties of water molecule in terms of the hydrogen and oxygen motor. If you study the chemical and physical properties of hydrogen and oxygen, that are too different than the properties of the water, physical or chemical, whichever you call. So that realization that nature is very different and typical led, in my understanding, to the Feynman making a statement in a conference before my birth. In fact, in December 1959, he made a statement which is most quoted statement in the entire history of humankind, and that was the statement that there is a plenty of room at the bottom. And he said that since there is a plenty of room at the bottom, in future it would be possible to write entire Encyclopedia Britannica on head of a small pin. Now how to write so small that on a head of a small pin, the Encyclopedia Britannica, which I have looked at in my college library, so used to occupy many almirahs to host, just to keep the Encyclopedia Britannica. How much that volume can be written on a head of a small pin. So the great Richard P. Feynman, the great theoretical physicist, pointed out that in future it would be possible to make new materials, and he gave the name molecular manufacturing. But the name molecular manufacturing did not become popular because people do not like such simple terms. So they fascinated it, and now you know that nanotechnology is the new buzzword. So we have moved from an era, we started from Stone Age, we were having little intelligence, maybe in the period of the Stone Age, but since then the development taking place from Stone Age, Bronze Age, Iron Age, so many ages have been described. But the most beautiful age which you witnessed starting in your life is the Silicon Age. And once the Silicon Age came, the Tim Berners-Lee came, and he changed the age from the material science dominance to the dominance of a new kind of thing which is not material but which has become the most costly material. When I was in school, I was told that the countries which are having oil resources will be dominating the world, and still we are knowing that many wars are taking place because of the oil resources. Because natural resources were considered, materials which are available in natural resources were considered as very, very important resources. But now we find that the most important resource is something different, which is called data. And data, it has become so important that the most richest companies of the world are dealing not in oil, they are dealing not in chemicals, they are not dealing in materials, they are dealing in information and data. So a new world has emerged. But change continues to happen, and as Ray Kurzweil has pointed it out very well, that now the rate of scientific technological development is exponentially increasing, and it is a very alarming situation for the entire humankind, and that is why such conferences are required also, because the rate of scientific technological development, the rate of our capability or capacity to provide new solutions, develop new materials, new things, new technologies is so large that maybe the society will not be able to handle the same rate of development, because the society doesn't change so fast. Society is functioning still with certain classical theoretical ideas, fascinations, with the certain literature that they do not wish to change. And world is changing very, very fast. So a lot of problems are going to arise. But now what would be the next era? And for this conference has a focus on it. Is the next era is a new kind of convergence. So as I have pointed out, the convergence of all nations becoming one, world becoming one global village. Anything happening in Sudan or any part of the world may ruin your day in Delhi also, because you get to know about it very soon, quickly. And maybe anything which has happened in our neighborhood would also influence us. But now the entire world is our neighborhood. So that kind of scenario, globalization or convergence of the all nations or disappearance of the geographic boundaries is a kind of convergence which I talk about. At the same time, what is happening, that the convergence is also happening in academic disciplines. So earlier we have divided the disciplines. We had the colonial mindset. When Sir Isaac Newton started the research of physics, it was called natural philosophy. But then we divided the natural philosophy into physics and chemistry, and then we divided physics into nuclear physics and quantum physics and solid state physics and material science and so many. So this is the common human weakness, that they like to divide things. But now our national education policy has realized that division is a foolish step, and a convergence is the most important thing. So now we are having holistic education, multidisciplinary education. New interdisciplines are emerging. Now there is no boundaries. So any student who has pursued a career in physics can also contribute in biotechnology, can also become a Nobel laureate in economics also. And that at least we physicists have proven to the world. Because if you look at the Nobel Prize winners list, then you would find that the Nobel Prize in medicines are also holding initial degree from physics. And similarly, the Nobel Prize in economics, if you find, they are also holding degrees in physics or mathematics. And that is what we know, that the great scientists like Albert Einstein and Paul Dirac were not having any degree in physics. So degree is not important. The knowledge is important. The research is important. So Paul Dirac was trained in electrical and electronics engineering and could not find a job. There is a big rush. People or students sometimes do not like to take physics as a curriculum but would prefer an engineering course. But if you look at the Paul Dirac's biography, then you find that he could not find a job in engineering, and that's why he started working on certain ideas which were very hot ideas, and then changed the world of the physics entirely. Post Paul Dirac, it is the totally quantum world. So now the post Paul Dirac, you can say that the material science has also changed. Now these are not the ordinary materials which we used to mine and study. So with which the even Qutub Minar was created. That kind of materials you are not talking about in this conference. Now those contributions were also very important. What kind of materials you are talking about today's time can also be called quantum materials, new kinds of materials which are nanomaterials. Some people like to call smart materials, meta materials. So many adjectives have appeared in the material science. These adjectives were not initially used. Very simplistic material science we were learning in early part of the history. Now my question to all the participants, because I like to raise the question that how I have been teaching. Some of these, my students are also present here who have studied from me in a classes, so they know that I have the habit of questioning, and this habit is very essential because in my understanding the religion of science is the religion of questioning. Question each and everything, question each and every product, question each and every service, and question each and every conduct, then only it can become Viksit Bharat. There is a Viksit Bharat mentioned in your premises, but how India can become Viksit Bharat? If you question each and every product, can I make a glass of water much better? So what you need to do? You need to design a filter which can filter it and remove certain unwanted material which are not good for human health or hygiene. So that can be done, and that's our responsibility, questioning and improving and changing the material. So now what is possible? So I just searched the information, and then I came to know that how many materials can be made in principle, how many materials can be. So you can also make a guess. Some of you may be knowing the exact answer also, because you are pursuing this field. But how many materials are possible and how much we have already studied. So as it goes, a rough estimate, one can say based on the theoretical knowledge which we have and the possibilities which we can work out, the number of distinct material ranges from, because different people have different techniques of estimate and there are certain point of differences always existing in academic debate. So from 10 raised to power 60 to 10 raised to power 100. The humankind would never be able to make all those materials which are possible to exist in the nature. That is the beauty of emergence. When you divide materials into atoms and atoms into proton, neutron and electron in a reductionist point of view, then it becomes very simple physics. But when you start building it up in the emergence forms, the number of distinct materials which can exist in the entire universe and the number of atoms which are there in the entire universe is less than 10 raised to power 60 and 10 raised to power 100. So large number of possibilities are there. And how much we have made? So this number 10 raised to power 60, you physicists and mathematicians can understand. Economists and the general social science people will not be able to make out what is the meaning of 10 raised to power 60 because such number do not appear. 10 raised to power 9, 10, 12 now because $1 trillion economies are being talked about. So 10 raised to power 12 makes sense. And 10 raised to power 12 and 10 raised to power 60 to an ordinary citizen maybe it is a 5 times of 10 raised to power 12, but it is not 5 trillion. You all know that how much large difference. So the word Google even is derived from 10 raised to power 100. So that many material, and how many we have studied or so far made? 2 to 3 millions only. So even if you write what percentage of the nature we understand in terms of material. So if you go through a course in cosmology, then you find that about 96% of the universe which consists of dark energy and dark matter, we do not know anything. And remaining 4% is called baryonic matter. And out of that 4% of baryonic matter, how much baryonic matter materials we have studied? 2 to 3 million materials as per the data and the database in fact which is available on wave about the properties of this material is too less. So the sky is very wide and vast, the universe of the material is very vast, and so there are wonderful things you can achieve through the research. Some of these things would be coming. Now last, because time is limited, but several important materials and progresses have been made. Now it's a era of convergence of material science with the information science, the data. So because we said that Stone Age, Bronze Age, Silicon Age to Information Age, and again after the Silicon and Information Age, the new age will be the merger of the information and material. The entire universe, information and material is becoming one thing. So that project is called, and it was coined in 2011. We launched certain programs in University of Rajasthan called Center for Converging Technologies in 2006. But in 2011, it was realized that what is now needed, that we have studied genome and we understand the genome much better, and maybe very soon you would be having genomic drugs also being developed. So new kind of drug materials will be developed using technologies and AI, and which will be providing the genomic drugs based on your own genome. And the genome would become cheaper also, that you can get your full genome studies in 5,000 or 6,000 rupees. Reliance is working on it. So now what is happening, that we are developing materials now by using the integration of materials and information, by using quantum theory of solids, by using simulations, by using other techniques which are available. And so one of the material which was developed by the Google's DeepMind, and under the project which they call GNOME, which may be GNOME, and that's, they created 2.2 million new crystal structures which have never been studied by the physicists earlier, and this was done in 2023. So now you know that even if you are interested in crystalline structure, then the number of crystalline structure which are possible is so large. So even now we realize that our human brain's capacity is limited, and we cannot make understanding of this nature in perfect manner without a partner, and that partner is the machine intelligence. That partner is AI intelligence. Human beings have no future. The future belongs to the integration of human beings with the machine, mind and machine integration, because that only can take that challenging word. So if new material science research will be carried out in say 10 years from now, then it will be carried out not by a scientist alone, but by a friend of the scientist would also be a co-author, whether you mention it or not, and that would be the AI intelligence. So I hope and make an appeal to you to take keen interest in this new kind of marriage which is taking place between man and machine, you can say, or which is taking place between material science and research. Since I have very little contribution in material science, so I have not spoken about the exact anything specific, but I hope that your endeavor would ensure that this world becomes more sustainable. Because one of the problems which I have noticed in my lifetime, that we have intelligence and we are the intelligent biological species, and we have this understanding and belief that human beings are the most intelligent species on this planet of Earth, and so we may take pride on it. But intelligence is not always good, because the entire history of human intelligence has been such that we have done so many wrong things using our intelligence, that now it is feared that the world is not sustainable, and that's why sustainability appears in your thing. Why world is not sustainable? It is because a lot of it is because of our contribution, and that is our intelligent contribution. Intelligent is a very challenging word. So intelligence itself doesn't ensure success. So is the intelligence of the AI also. It can also kill. There are many ethical issues which are being raised, but it is quite sure now that human intelligence will be surpassed by the machine intelligence, and we have to, as a researcher, as a scientist, as a layman, also understand this new changing world which is changing at exponential rate, and keep contributing and keep controlling the change. If you, as Mahatma Gandhi has said, that whatever change you wish to bring in, make an attempt for it. Whatever you were. So everybody present here would like a sustainable world. I do not believe that the humankind would last for many million years, but definitely we can ensure that the intelligence survives. So my last message is that in our Indian logo is Satyamev Jayate, Satya ki Vijay ho. And my message is that the let intelligence prevail. Buddhimata ki jai ho. Thank you very much for kind and opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring, motivating speech. Your thoughts on education, innovation, and skill development have given us a new perspective and a lot to think about. Your journey and vision are truly inspiring for students, researchers, and young academicians. We are very thankful to you for being here with us and for sharing your valuable words. Thank you, sir. Now, it is my privilege to introduce our esteemed guest of honor, Professor Indra Mohan Kapahi, our distinguished academician and a respected figure in the field of higher education. An alumnus of the University of Delhi, Professor Kapahi has had a long and remarkable association with the university. He served as a faculty member in the Department of Physics at Kirode Mal College for more than 4 decades, from 1969 to 2012, where he taught, mentored, and guided generations of students. His dedication to teaching and academic development has left a lasting impact on the academic community. Please give a big round of applause. Apart from teaching, Professor Kapahi has also contributed significantly to university administration and governance. He served as an elected teacher representative on both the Academic Council and the Executive Council of the University of Delhi, playing an important role in academic decision-making and policy development. His experience and expertise were also recognized at the national level, where he served as a chancellor nominee on the executive councils of several universities, including universities in Himachal Pradesh, Garhwal, Sikkim, and Assam. In recognition of his valuable contributions to higher education, the Government of India nominated him as a member of the University Grants Commission for the period from 2015 to 2018. Please everyone give a big round of applause. He has also been appointed as the Chancellor nominee on the Executive Council of the University of Delhi in 2023. Sir, your journey is a testament to enduring commitment, representing the highest ideals of leadership and academic excellence. Today, we are privileged to have you among us, sir. I would now like to invite Professor Indra Mohan Kapahi, sir, to kindly come forward and address the gathering. Thank you, sir. Over to you, sir.
I hope you would realize the sense of nervousness I feel after a brilliant lecture by Ashok Nagawat. I mean, to have to speak after him is a tough task. Nevertheless, you see, I would like to begin with rounds of congratulations. I congratulate the entire Department of Physics, particularly the convener and the head of the department, for having organized this important seminar, this conference. It's a wonderful attempt. I also congratulate the students and teachers of physics department who are here. Please don't consider it as a physics chauvinism, but I must congratulate you for being students of physics. You see, physics is the queen of all subjects, queen of sciences as such. it is physics, which makes you understand the intricacies of nature. It is a physics which combined with mathematics. Mathematics is the language in which physics manifests itself. Combined with mathematics, it sort of reveals the mysteries of the universe, these mysteries which sound less fact, but more like scientific fiction as such. So all this chemistry, etc., of course, the explanations depend upon physics laws. And as Nagavaji has very rightly pointed out, that some of the trainings in physics that we have got, it helps you. I am very happy that you mentioned that many of the economists, many of the ocean engineers, etc., they depend upon the equations which are built by physics people into solving, for example, theory of chaos, etc., as to why the stock markets fall down. Why a particular earthquake causes earthquake with lesser Richter scale measure causes more damage than one which is higher, etc. All these things are explained by the physics, etc. So therefore, you are very lucky that you belong to the Department of Physics. Now, you see, I begin my lecture with a statutory warning. Now, the statutory warning is that, sir, I retired about 14 years back, 2012. So now you see, at the age of 65, so in Delhi University the age is 65, so 14 years back. So if you put a mic before me, then you see I have the tendency to speak for 15 minutes or 1 hour, which I won't, let me assure you. So, but this morning I was giving you that, in the sense that since words are our tool, as a teacher activist, the words have been used as tools by me, so therefore this induces me to speak, but I would be less vocal on this. As I said, that I congratulate you for holding this seminar. Why are these seminars necessary? You see, everything cannot be taught in the classroom. It's not a general rule, but it's generally believed that as the biological age, we say that the next generation is after about 25 years. 24, 25 years comes the next generation. In sciences, the next generation comes after about 10 years or so, average. And then as far as the volume of what you call knowledge is concerned, it doubles every 5 years or so. And as far as this electronics and the other the latest things are concerned, there every month something new comes out as such. So therefore everything cannot be taught in the classroom. So that is why what is required is these kinds of seminars, which gives you a nodding acquaintance at least with what's going on nowadays. So therefore, such seminars are extremely important, and therefore I congratulate the convener of this program and also all those people who have come here. Now, you see, when we talk of sustainability has become a very popular word, very popular. You see, we heard of the sustainability in terms of, we don't hear so much talk of sustainability in terms of materials. We think of sustainability, we talk of sustainability in terms of ecology, in terms of industrial development, in terms of economics, in terms of water uses, etc. These kinds of things. But this is a new one. Sustainability, and the new words have come in. The words which I have also worked in solid state physics, but the solid state physics in 70s was quite different from what is the solid state physics nowadays, the physics of the new material. We never talked of this, functional materials or the advanced materials as such. Now all these things are coming, and therefore this new generation should be aware of this. But nevertheless, you see, this sustainability as a concept is extremely important. Now, in this context of India, I would say that, you see, the land area of India, including the maritime land, etc., is about, that is land under ocean, which is a part of India. I mean, if you combine the total of this will be about 3% or 4%, 3 to 4% of the total land area of the planet. But Indian and nature being very equitable. Equitable means that it is equally, almost equally generous to all parts of the world, of the planet. So therefore, the amount of resources, I mean, some portions may have more resources, or some portions of a planet may have more resources, some portions may have less, but the proportion is almost the same. What is there in different parts may be different. For example, in the Gulf countries, there is a lot of oil, etc., crude and other things. But somewhere else there are ores and all. So here our land also, of the natural resources which are available here would also be about 3 to 4% or so. But our population is 17%. So therefore there is a clear asymmetry. That is about 3 to 4% of resources having to generate 17% of population. This asymmetry is there. So this asymmetry is to be managed by what is called this resource management, by a very, sort of very important use, very, what you call very sustainable use of the resources that are present here, and that is why these things, I mean, these types of conferences are very much needed. Also, you see, you come to, as far as the energy is concerned, after about, you see, in the, I would say after 1800 or so, when the second revolution came, when the industrial revolution came, it was essentially the revolution of the Carnot cycle, second law of thermodynamics. That is to say, all this internal combustion engine, etc., came into this, and internal combustion engine was using oil, as fuel as such. So therefore, that was the source of this. Now, the amount, you see, the oil that is present in this universe, in this planet, I think roughly it is estimated. I mean, everybody knows as to what is the total amount which is present there. Why I am saying this is that, you see, it is estimated that if the consumption of oil continues at the rate in which it is consumed now, or at the rate in which the increase in consumption taking place, then in the next about 30 years or so, the oil will have negative efficiency. That is to say, the amount of energy required to extract oil, given amount of oil, would be much more than the energy released by that oil. Negative efficiency. So therefore, alternative sources of energy have to come. And that is why all these things, they become extremely important, very important. So, you see, I don't want to dilate further on what has already been stated. Very rightly pointed out, nowadays the trend is not, in the sense that earlier it was a reductionist approach. Now, very rightly pointed out, it is now the approach of convergence. That is a convergence of various, it is not singular. In the sense, any science may not have only a singular shape. And this AI and what you call machine language, etc., is changing the contours of thinking. Only the other day, my son-in-law told me, he says, now you become Niao. I said, yeah, kya matlab hai tera? Now you become Niao. That is, Niao means N-I-A-I-U, naturally intelligent, artificial intelligence user. naturally intelligent, artificial intelligence user. That is to say that this artificial intelligence, which is going to change the world as such, so that has to be used by our natural intelligence for the use of society. And that is why I am saying that I'll finish my lecture here today, because that is why I am saying that today's conference is going to going to educate, going to acquaint us with what are the new trends, how we should proceed, etc. And so I congratulate you once again and thank you very much for inviting me.
कॉलेज के बारे में 2 शब्द बोलिए। ऐसे थोड़ी आपके आशीर्वाद के बगैर थोड़ी बात नहीं।
देखिए, एक चीज है कि मतलब आई हैव ए स्पेशल अफेक्शन फॉर दिस कॉलेज। अब आप पूछो कैसे। सबसे पहले आई हैव स्पेशल अफेक्शन फॉर दिस। You see, I was appointed as a teacher in 1969. And you see, once you're appointed as a teacher, then I was appointed also an examiner for some BSc course. Now you see, when you are a young teacher, about 21, 22 years, and you say that you're an examiner, then you see it gives you a feeling of some kind of an elated feeling also. So bada main taiyar hoke aaya, and my first college was Shivaji College. My first college was Shivaji College, and it used to be in Karampura during those days. Karampura. And since then, I have had a very constant association with this college. Some of my closest friends, including Dr. Virendra Bhardwaj, I mean, my closest friends have been from this college, G.R. Chopra. You might have heard of, now all of them are very, very old. They have been from this college as such. And this college has made tremendous progress. This college has made tremendous progress in terms of academics also. As I said, that under the leadership of Virendra Bhardwaj, under the collective effort of all of you, I mean, you are excelling not only in the field of sports and other things, but also feeling in the, in the field of academics and all. No more, you see, in Delhi University, there was a caste system as far as colleges are concerned. There were certain colleges which are higher caste and there were certain which were lower caste as such. जैसे कैंपस के 5-6 कॉलेज हो गए, हायर कास्ट हो गए, 1-2 साउथ कैंपस के अंदर वेंकटेश्वर एटसेट्रा. बट नाउ दिस कास्ट सिस्टम is totally broken, and I find that those colleges which are off campus, those colleges which were considered as the regional colleges, for example, this college for a very long time was called a Jat college or rural college as such. Now that image has broken, and they are making. You see, if you rise from below, for example, if somebody who's at the top and continues to remain at the top, praiseworthy, but the larger praise is that who's beginning from bottom and is slowly rising. I mean, whose graph is going northward, upwards. So therefore, in that context, Shivaji has done a tremendous role, and now you have a very young and dynamic principal, who is. I mean, he was a very dynamic elected teacher representative also, both in the DUTA and the Academic Council, and that dynamism that he has is now used for this college. And I am sure, but no single person, let me assure you, no single person can uplift the entire institution. It is always the collective effort. But the requirement of a good leader, that is the principal academic leader, is to make everybody feel important so that everybody contributes for the collective growth of them as an organic unit. Synthesize, abhi aapne bola, convergence. All efforts should converge together. Therefore, I wish you a great success. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your best wishes and insightful address. It was truly a privilege for all of us to listen your experiences and guidance. Sir, we are grateful to you for sharing your time and wisdom with us today. Thank you so much, sir. Please give a big round of applause for inaugural session, I now invite Dr. Shiv Shankar Gore to deliver the vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
नमस्कार, आप सभी का इस इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस में स्वागत है। रेस्पेक्टेड चीफ गेस्ट अशोक कुमार नगावत सर, गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर इंद्र मोहन कपाई सर, रेस्पेक्टेड प्रिंसिपल वीरेंद्र भारद्वाज सर, कन्वीनर सुरेंद्र कुमार, IC-SFAM, esteemed speaker, organizing committee member, senior faculty member, my mentor R.K. Kotnala sir, participant and dear students. On behalf of the organizing committee, it is my pleasure, privilege to give a heartfelt vote of thanks for inaugural session of our international conference IC-SFAM 2026 is sponsored by ANRF. First and foremost, I express my deepest gratitude to my chief guest, Professor Ashok Kumar Nagawat, Vice Chancellor DSUV, for gracing this occasion with your esteemed presence. Your inspiring words and valuable insights have truly set a meaningful tone for the conference. I am also grateful to guest of honor Professor Indra Mohan Kapai sir for taking time to be a part of this important gathering. And I would like to also express my deepest gratitude to our respected principal Virendra Bharadwaj sir for his constant support, guidance and encouragement for the organizing this international conference. Your vision and leadership have been the driving force behind the successful execution of this event. We are truly grateful for the unwavering motivation and for providing a platform to host such a wonderful conference. Your presence and blessing have added a great value to this occasion. I would also like to thank convener IC-SFAM, Dr. Surendra Kumar, organizing this international conference with the help of all organizing team members. I also thank the organizing committee, faculty member and volunteer whose dedication and hard work have made this event possible. Without your tireless efforts, this conference would not have been such a success. I also express my gratitude to all the participants for your presence and active engagement. Once
To kindly rise for Vande Mataram. Thank you everyone. Now, I would also like to inform everyone that high tea has been arranged at Samarth Guru Ramdas Auditorium located on the ground floor of Jijabai block. I kindly request all the dignitaries, faculty members, participants and students to graciously join us for high tea. We will assemble again as per the conference schedule for the next session in Jijabai block auditoriums. Thank you everyone.